Alright, it appears that I am streaming, so just wait a minute and do some checks here on my channel to see if I can see it actually going. I didn't title this. I should probably title the video too. Okay, my broadcast. I want to focus this on the stick. I've really been enjoying the stick exercises, and I want to just show some ideas that I've been developing now. Bringing the stick back. I actually brought it back. I brought it into the library. I had I had a half-mile walk to get here, and I decided, for that distance, I'll take the stick, not the bicycle. I got a heavy, brought everything almost. Well, I brought a lot of stuff in my backpack. That was probably gave me an extra 20 pounds of weight that I just didn't want to carry on the bicycle. But as I was walking here, I was doing some exercises, upper body exercises, which is something that I don't get enough opportunities. I never in the past had enough opportunities to do. All right, it is working from Jack or from Zap, and then Jack is the first. All right, so let's get to it. We're in the exercise. Are we in the exercise mood? Let's get pumped up. Who's ready? Who's excited for some exercises? Because I certainly am. I am. I am very happy for the direction that this my fitness is going. I stepped outside of the gym, and I have to admit it took me years and years to figure out what I would like and what I didn't like outside of the gym. But things are coming around for me. I took things to the extreme sometimes. I took suspension training to the extreme. What about weather forecasts and a quick lead story? Well, I'm giving a backstory. Can a backstory substitute a lead story? As long as I don't have to do anything. Yeah, you can watch, and hopefully that can motivate you for future movement. I want to see my subscribers the healthiest out of all subscribers on YouTube. All right. So I've gone through a lot of phases. Some things I got excited about, then I lost my excitement for them, and some things I got excited about and then lost my excitement, but then took a new like look at the approach, and then started enjoying it again. Like it has been like suspension training, it has been uh, walking sticks, it has been picnic table fitness, all things outside of the gym. I mean, I took the gym too far, and I hurt myself doing too many squats, too much bench pressing, hurting my shoulders, hurting my back. So it was a relief to get out of the gym, and and I just kind of repaired, got better through the lazy way instead of figuring out how I could work the opposite muscles to help fix my problems with my shoulders and my back instead. And you can get too excited, Jack. But I just want to take a little time here to show my stick. Okay. And I've had this, I found this in Minnesota, and I, uh, I've been using it for walking sticks. I got two of them. In fact, I cut two walking sticks from the same sapling that somebody cut down a few weeks before, so it had enough time to dry. Um, Inches away from a first pull-up. Pull-ups are difficult for me too, because I don't do them. As a traveler, I don't run into a lot of situations where I can do a pull-up. There's no overhangs. On my travels usually it's a rare sight. So when I work my biceps, it's through this walking stick. And maybe I wish I had the a wireless mic. This is something for wireless mic stuff. But I'm trying to figure out how do I best capture these exercises, because I want to show the lower body exercises and also some upper body ones. How do I capture that on this? I'll test it out a little bit. But these are exercises that I've been really getting into, and I'll say it's been kind of new for me. Okay, it's really strange how I figure things out so late in life. But yeah, I took the wind mic off, so if it gets windy, just let me know. Because I haven't really noticed much wind. So let's see here. All right, so I have roughly this distance with this wire. Kind of straining it. Okay. All right. So how could I show? I think I want to bring the GoPro closer. But the basic exercises that I've been enjoying are just simply taking this stick, putting it over my shoulders, and then just squeezing my hands to my head. And I'll do this for as long as I can until I get tired. As I'm doing it, I'm walking, twisting, whatever. But I'm squeezing, I'm keeping jumping, I'm keeping the tension up for the biceps. And that surprisingly strengthens the biceps. Because I'm curling more. I'm able to curl my 45-pound plates now 15 times. Whereas I was at a point where I couldn't do it once. I was getting so lazy that I couldn't do a single curl with my 45-pound plate. Really embarrassing. But then I realized I can just kind of squeeze and keep attention, and I'm getting stronger as a result. Sometimes I squeeze hard, sometimes I just keep a low grade tension going, but I keep that tension going. Just keep it going. I'm just tense. I'm just working out this tension, and it doesn't really look like I'm even exercising. It's just keeping attention. I'm not really. Sometimes I'll grit when I'm really into it. I'm like, ugh, ugh. But usually it's a low grade tension. I just keep going, just hitting the biceps, and it's nice. I'm fixing my back also. I don't know exactly what muscles I'm hitting, but I mean it's not just my biceps. It's also the back squeezing itself together as well. So there's that. And then also I switch it up, of course. Yeah, it's all isometrics. I'll just bring this forward and just squeeze it. I squeeze in, and I vary my squeezing depending on how strong I feel. If I got a lot of energy, it's a hard squeeze. But if I just want to get a little low-grade movement going, I'm starting to sweat a little bit. Just simply squeezing a stick, I'm starting to sweat. It's a little warm in here. There's a fan in here. But you just squeeze a stick. And I think it's straightening out my back. My heart has gotten better. My back, and it's because I've been doing a lot of hunching over in the car and the computer, and I'm straightening it out. I'm straightening it out by doing this, all right? And I squeeze. You can kind of see. It's not as exciting as watching aerobics television shows, watching the people jump around, doing their dances and stuff, because I'm just squeezing. You can't make entertainment out of just sitting here and squeezing. But there's a lot of value in this squeezing. I mean, I can kind of move, but I usually don't. I'm just squeezing. I'm just sitting here squeezing. And it's really, I mean, it feels like my back pops every so often. I'll just sit here squeezing. Sometimes maybe move the stick up and down a little bit. Sometimes do some twists. And then sometimes I'll just kind of change it up. I'll move as far as I can to the right, move as far as I can to the left. Do that every so often. Do a little that movement tires the muscles out because they're actually moving a little bit more. You keep that tension and then you go back and forth. And I feel it. I'm feeling it in my back. And this is stuff that like Athlean X talks about with like doing face pulls. He says the most important exercise you should do is like a skull crusher, a face pull. But that's with like using a suspension trainer. But you can go beyond that and do this. This is simply like doing a skull crusher. Just squeezing the stick. Because in comparison, they both squeeze the back, and that's what his main target is. Is squeezing the back. When you have problems like me, at least, sitting in the car all day, sitting on the computer, you just want to squeeze that back. And I feel it. I feel the muscles getting tired, and it feels nice to tighten all this up. It feels nice. And you can do all kinds of various stuff, but keep that tension. You just keep that squeezing tension, and it feels nice. I really have been doing that a lot. You do it a lot. You do it throughout the day. And it's just a valuable upper body work. But I've been experimenting more with this and figuring out new exercises to hit different muscles to really this stick offers a lot of variety, and you just have to be thinking about it. You got to think what kind of different stuff can I do, and I'm talking lower body because too many people ignore their lower body. But here's another upper body. You can just simply try to stretch the stick, pulling both ways, using your triceps, and just sit here and try to stretch the stick. Or you could try to squeeze the stick using your biceps and work a different way. And then change it up. A lot of people with this movement will just want to stretch their triceps. All right, they just go for the stretch. And I want to tense both triceps up. I want to work the triceps. I want to get blood flowing to them. And I can raise it up like I'm pulling a sword out and just keep a tension going. And I feel it. Try to push the sword back in and work the biceps. It's different. You could change it up. It works muscles that you just normally don't hit in the gym. And it's really incredible. But more than that, getting the lower body worked is something that I had to do a little bit more thinking and pondering about. And I got some ideas here that I want to share today. All right, let me get to the point here. But first, let me move this camera up so that I can have a better studio. Yep. Let me pull this down. now I gotta wait a minute here for the YouTube. Well, no, I don't have to wait a second. I could just go right to the program. Okay, where are we at? Why is it showing? That's okay. Well, all right. Yeah, it kind of shows. If I stand over here. Hmm. What is? Oh, that's in the way. Okay. You go over here. All right. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, Mike Stevens is missing out on some good squeezing. All right, maybe I can keep this on. But let me see what that looks like, because I only have so much room. Bring this forward, and okay. Okay, I got it. All right, here we go. All right, now I've been playing around with some different ideas, and I want to work my legs as much as possible, just as much, if not more, as my upper body, because being mobile is the most important thing to me. So, yeah, I got some lay down exercises too. I just mainly wanted to show two primary that I've been recently playing with. All right, and they involve taking this stick and putting it right on the edge of my foot and just simply doing like a side kick. And I use, well, okay, a little bit. You got to put it in a comfortable spot. Maybe you hit kind of an acupuncture point, but you can use it as tension for doing side raises. If you had your shoe, if I had my shoe on, that would be a little bit better. But I'm giving tension to hip raises with pushing. I'm pushing down, and I'm also strengthening my right leg just by standing on one leg. It's a balance exercise, but also a strengthening, pushing out to the side. And I'm giving some tension with my arm and the stick, and I'm feeling it in the sides. You could do both sides. It's something that's simple to do that can be very rewarding. And I mean, a lot of people talk about how old people have hip problems. Well, when you're at the age where you carry a stick, you could be using yours for exercise. So you could do this side leg raise with some tension, because people might get a little bored just simply raising their legs, but you can make it a little bit more fun with the stick, just giving yourself a little more tension. And there's a couple of things of value that you can perform using this, not just for the sides, but I mean and I used to have two walking sticks, but I got so frustrated with them that I threw one away. But I'm thinking now I kind of regret that, because if I had two of them, I could be doing a little bit of tension walking by resisting against the top of my foot, and that works the front of the leg. So like the kick, and if I had 2 walking sticks, I could be pushing against 2. I think I'm in the market for another walking stick. I'm going to start visiting the woods more often and looking, because I like this. I'm giving tension. It's not some boring kick. I'm actually giving tension with the stick and getting some blood flowing to the hip. So it's pretty nice. You can change up your grip. This is a 5-foot stick. You want kind of a long stick to be able to use as a multi-purpose thing. And it's rewarding to get them hip flexors. And if I had 2 sticks, I'd just be like, I would march. And with shoes on, this would be a little bit more comfortable. I'm feeling a little pain, but that's kind of an acupuncture point. But I'd sit here and march with 2 sticks and have some tension for the kicking. So that's rewarding. And also 2 sticks, a second stick would serve as a balance for when I do this. And that's front, okay, front, side, and then what about rear? You can hit the rear by just simply putting the stick on the back of your heel, and you create tension. And this stick is long enough where I can actually hold it in 2 spots above my head and below. But if I had another stick, I could just hold, and I could work both biceps. I'm working the bicep on top. I'm working the arm bicep and the leg bicep by creating tension, pushing against each other. And I feel it. There's a tension there. Change it up. You gotta find the spot on the heel. You could just simply use your tricep too. This is the easiest arm to align and reach and touch with the back of the heel. But you could also work the biceps again. I could just work the same side a little bit. If I had a longer than 5-foot stick, then I could really have a nice extension for holding this stick. This is kind of a short stick. I kind of have a short stick. I have a 6-footer in my car. The 5-foot is mostly for mobility. But you can work all these muscles, and it's pretty nice. Have some variety with that. I think that's about. I just wanted to add that I watched this video many years ago. This lady talked about how old men used to like tuck the stick in their elbows, and like, I don't know, it's supposed to straighten out their back or something. But I never really found that to really be useful for me. I mean, it feels weird, but it doesn't really do anything. I think what she really missed out on her observations were doing this, simply tightening up, using both hands, squeezing in, and holding it like that, like this. I feel more value in tightening up my back using this than what she suggests just tucking it in your elbows. I don't see it. So there's that. And then also to counteract the hey, you're supposed to be pumped up. Maybe you could lay down because sleeping while sitting is not very healthy, Jack. Why don't you go have a lay down? So to counteract all this squeezing, I like to also put my hands behind my back and then squeeze out and work the shoulders. And there's a pop. I don't know if that pop shows up on audio, but I'm noticing that I create so much tension in this exercise that I can actually pop my back. And it could be also the squeezing and then changing it up. And then, I don't know, what's that? The opposite of squeezing, pressing. The squeeze versus the press. And of course, I really like this exercise. I'm still working my shoulders, and I'm trying to raise the stick above my head, but I can't because my back is in the way. I'm stuck here, unable to raise my hands because the stick can't go any higher. So I'm just unable to move, and I'm sitting here tensing, and it's working the shoulders pretty good. Waking the shoulders up, working the front part of the shoulders as I'm doing that. And then I can just turn around and go back to squeezing. It's just a lot of different tensions that the stick offers that I never realized I could do. And the gym doesn't really care if we know about these other exercises. They're not a part of their, if they don't have the equipment for it, and it's something people could do at home. The gym owners don't want people to know about that. So I just had a little bit of an exercise in the library for 28 minutes. I think it's rest time. So I think I'll are there any questions? Okay, I have 2 seconds. 1, 2. Okay, no questions? All right, I think I'll just stop this. This is just a little demonstration, and I have the time and I have a room. But that's it.